it's Matty coming at you with another Planet Coaster episode. Thank you for joining me, welcome to the video. And welcome to Wonderland, created by Mustang Glenn. Now, they are not to be confused with Mustang Sally, that's his wife. But this is a PlayStation 4 park. It's quite an old park. I'm a bit late to the party on this one, I'm afraid. Everyone else has spotlighted this ages ago, and I'm only just getting around to it, so apologies for that, Mustang. But let's have a look at this park on the workshop, shall we? So it says, welcome to Wonderland, a beautiful park with a saw ride, a wooden roller coaster, a bobsleigh coaster and 7 more flat rides. And visit especially Aqua Wonder, a beautiful water show. I've adjusted a few flaws in the park, such as wrongly placed tree in the roller coaster, and the exit of the saw ride is also finished. Now guys, the water feature in this park is incredible. I can't wait for you guys to see it. But just before we get into the spotlight, I just very quickly just want to add something else in. So just very quickly before we hop into this spotlight, I just wanted to clarify something very quickly. Now, the spotlight that I did last week for Fantasy Island by TARDIS Rob 88, I spent a lot of time looking at these two items in particular. So we had this carriage here that was pulled by the spiders, and then we also had this organ here, and I praised TARDIS Rob at what an amazing job he did of creating them. He messaged me afterwards and actually said that he took these off the workshop, and both of these were created by the same person, War Minion 72. So War Minion, if you do happen to watch the videos, I do apologise that I was showing off your things and crediting somebody else for the work. Just a bit of a heads up guys, if it is that you are expecting your park to be spotlighted, or if you've asked for your parks to be spotlighted by myself, or maybe somebody like Tommy CM or M&J Games, Planet Flipcam, any of the above, just make sure that you put a little sign next to things that you have taken, or something somewhere in the park to actually state that you have taken work from other people, because sometimes we will stop and we will admire these things and be like, they are absolutely amazing, and it turns out they're not yours, and you're taking the credit for somebody else's hard work. I know that this was an honest, genuine mistake, and Rob was very apologetic of it, and I said don't worry about it. He never expected his park to be showing on YouTube, so it was just a bit of a misunderstanding. But yeah, just be careful in the future guys, just so we're not taking away people's hard work for nothing. But now we've got that out of the way, let's hop into this park and let's get into this spotlight, shall we? So here we are at the park entrance. I really like this building that you've done straight away as soon as we walk through this entrance tunnel. It's nothing big or fancy, quite a simple design, but it's effective. I really like what you've done with the wooden beams. Now, I know that you obviously would have had to have just done the one and then lots of copy and paste and things like that, but you've still got to get that initial design, and they are different as well. So the middle one is actually different from that left one, which I think is really, really good. And maybe would have liked to have seen just a little bit more in the sense of decoration just around here, potentially. Oh, I say that, but the line's there actually. Okay, shut up, mate. Right, let's walk through. Yeah, it's just nice and immersive, this building, and with the lights going over as well. And here we come to one of the most amazing water features ever. Oh my god, look at that! I love it so much! Water! So, thank you ever so much for joining me for this spotlight today. It's been a pleasure. This park was amazing. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you soon for more Planet Coaster content. Goodbye! Oh, that is ace. Do you know what? I couldn't care less if the rest of the park was the worst thing I have ever seen created in a game. I just love it for this alone. But here we come round to the restaurant. Now, anyone that's been a big fan of mine for a while, and anybody that watched the Eden Gardens series, will remember back in them olden days, about 4 months ago, back in the days when I had no confidence and didn't know how to YouTube, when I was building Eden Restaurant, I did a bit of research on the workshop for different restaurants. And at the start of one of the episodes, I think it was about episode 19, something like that, 18, 19, I don't know, I can't remember. I said that I'd found this restaurant on the workshop, and I said like, oh, isn't that strange that I'd done a similar kind of design and layout as an interior as this one that I found on the workshop. And what an amazing creation this was. Now, this was before I met Mustang Glenn, before I met NH99 and Magic Mike and all them and became friends with them all. So I had no idea who this was at the time. And then I've come to do this park spotlight and I'm like, oh look, it's the restaurant that I downloaded months and months and months ago. So we come through and it's got quite a similar layout to what Eden Restaurant did. And I've actually showcased this restaurant months and months ago, saying like how much I liked it and saying that I really liked this idea of using the scabola just above the seating area, and I said I might have to steal that idea, which is exactly what I did. I actually used that idea in Eden Restaurant. So Mustang, I can't believe that, like, after all these months I'm now actually doing a spotlight on your park and spotlighting this restaurant. It's really bizarre. When I was doing Eden Gardens, I had no idea I was going to be spotlighting parks. So to now be here a couple of months down the line, it's a very strange feeling. But yeah, I do really like your restaurant. And when I downloaded this, I did use some of your ideas to use in my restaurant as well. So thank you ever so much for that. And then we look out over this lake, and it's just beautiful. It's just really picturesque and scenic, and just gonna sit here and just have my lunch. Oh, the fence is a bit high. I'm gonna stand here and have my lunch. Just throw some bread over for the ducks. Oh, it's just really nice. It's just really tranquil. Oh, I really like that. So let's walk back through the restaurant. Look at the sight lines from the restaurant as well. If you were stood in a queue waiting for a Pip Shot smoothie, it's a drink for life. As you're waiting for that, you just have a look around and look out the window, and just beautiful sight lines. Just really well done on that. And then on this side you can see the ride that's off over there. Now Mustang, I can't remember if you have a PS5 or not yet. I can't remember if you do, but when you do, it would be nice for you to like kind of maybe just come back and just add a little bit more in the sense of foliage and things like that, just to break up some of these areas, maybe with some like bushes and things like that. Also maybe with the paint tool as well, just break it up with some paint tool. So what paint tool have you actually got on here? We haven't got any dry grass. That's problematic. Would sand work? Yeah, sand would potentially work actually. Like kind of maybe if you were to just kind of like just go around your paths potentially with some sand like that, and then under your trees, just to break it up just that ever so slightly, and it breaks up that monotone green. So like anybody that watched the spotlight that I did on Monday for the Safari Quest, just a similar kind of vein to that. Just use the paint tool to your advantage. It's these little things, it doesn't use a percentage counter, and it can really like bring your parks to life. So around buildings, you've got to think that anywhere that man has started interfering with nature, all the natural grassland around it is going to have started dying and decaying. So little things like that, and it just makes it look that ever so much more realistic as well. So let's hide that horrible HUD, let's change that camera mode, and off we go again. So we've got that flat ride there, and we've got an information kiosk here. So information, first aid and an ATM. I like the fact that you put the signs over them as well. A little bit of basic trimming on the shop, nothing too over the top, but it works, it's fine. And then we've got a ride down here. Now, is this where the ride goes, the queue path? I believe it is. So let's have a walk down here and go towards the first coast of the park. So again, just with this water feature, I love your water inclusions in your park. Now, Mustang has done 3 parks now, I believe, and this is the first one. And what Mustang does is he puts on water shows, and in each park they've gotten bigger and grander. So I will make sure to actually go through and spotlight his second and third park on the channel in the upcoming weeks. But we have Forbidden Temple. So yes, this is the first park. I'm sorry if I didn't just say that, I'm not sure if I did or not. So this is the first park that Mustang did. So it'll be nice to see the evolution of his parks as we go through them. So like we have with NH99s and Magic Mike's and Michael from M&J Games, the way that we've been able to see them evolve and develop as creators, we'll be able to do the same with Mustang Sally. I mean, Mustang Glenn, I'm sorry. Mustang Sally. So, I like this queue line. I do like this queue line a lot. Really nicely themed. A nice station as well. So, what have we got here then? So, Forbidden Temple. We haven't got green across the board. G-Forces have made some good limits down. So, without further ado, let's go for a ride. Enjoy, everyone. What an awesome first coaster that was to go on. And really unusual as well. You don't tend to see them swinging mine train rides used very often. Now, I'm assuming that that ride was supposed to be ridden at night. I'm assuming so. I apologise if I'm wrong on that one. But let's go for an explore. I put the torch on. I put my little miner's hat on. So, off we go. I-ho. I-ho. Okay, enough, mate. Right. Oh. Right. So we come out of here. I mean, this whole coaster was so smooth. It really was. A really good layout as well. Well, let's just follow it round. I liked how it came out here and then went back into the ruins, back into the temple, underground kind of thing. It really did feel like you're on this adventure. So you couldn't really see much what was going on when we came around, so this is why I'm now coming around again. So I like this lava pool that you've got here. There you go. Go past. So even as you watch it, just look how smooth it looks. See, now there looks like it needed smoothing, but when we were on it, it didn't feel like it. So I'm just going to go with it. And the fact that you've managed to do all of this under the ground as well, it's not easy to do. It is not easy to build coasters underground and still be able to make them smooth. So kudos for that. Let's come down here, and I believe this brings us down to the exit, which it does indeed. So yeah, really good first coaster. I enjoyed that a lot. So let's hop out to the exit. I like all these lights that you've got down here, just tactful. And let's just pop it back to daytime a second. So let's carry on walking down this path, and here we are back at this water feature. I mean, I could just sit here and literally just sit and watch this water feature all day. It's incredible. I love it so much. I don't understand how you've even done it. The time and the patience to get all them triggers to work like that. And the thing is, a lot of people would have seen the title for this video, the best water feature I've seen in the game. This isn't even it. This is not even the one I'm referring to. There's a better one further back in the park that's a full-blown water show. So you'll have to bear with me on that one. You're going to have to take my word for it. You just have to keep watching. Bribery, that's what it is. If you keep watching, you get to see a water show, guys. So that sounded so condescending. Wow, Matty. Right, let's have a walk down this path. So we've just got this sundial flat ride down there. Nicely done. We'll come back down here. We've got the bumper cars just to our left, and then the aeroplane right in front of us. Just nicely done around here with foliage, quite tactful. You've not done masses, but what you have done works. Yeah, looks really good. I like this building over the queue path for that flat ride. Is that an in-game blueprint? I don't think it is. I don't think so. I think that's one that you built yourself. Either way, I really like it. It's good. So let's hop out of here and walk over this bridge. This bridge is awesome. It's not, again, simple but effective. It's nothing really flashy and fancy. It's just a couple of wooden beams with some roses on it. That's it. It's not masses. Doesn't need to be masses, but for what it is, it works. It looks really, really good. I mean, that can't be more than 50 odd pieces, to be honest. I like how you can see Forbidden Temple just to your right as you walk down this path as well. So we've got the drop tower here. Excuse me, I'm sorry, hiccuping in a video. Back to my old self again. I've not hiccuped for ages in a video. Do you remember them days when I used to hiccup in like basically every single video? You know, I've stopped that now. So we've got these vending machines here, and we come down. I love this, you know. This is really immersive. The way that you've got Forbidden Temple that goes over there, and then you can see the bobsled ride over there. And you've got these shops here. That is awesome. How you've put the shops built into this rock foundation with all the vines that are going around it, and then you've got the snake that goes over the top. That is brilliant. I love that. Oh, there's actually an interior in there as well. Hang on, how do we go into the interior? Oh, there we go. Oh, nice. That's really cool. That's really nicely done. What a stupid mascot. Maybe would have been nice just to have a door here, maybe. Just so you can just walk out here and then back on there potentially. Maybe, I don't know. I like how you've done all the security guards in black and white as well. Right. So we come down to Stranded. I like the names for these coasters that you've picked, you know. And let's go down the queue path. What a long queue path that is. Right, move out the way, peasants. Coming through. BIP coming through again. Oh, what a nice little station. Really fits the theme of what it is that you're going for. Like this abandoned temple just in the middle of the jungle. Let's just have a quick look on the outside. Yeah, just nailed it. Spot on. With the plane that's crashed into it as well, and then all the overgrown foliage. I can see the ivy on there as well. Yeah, that is done to perfection. That's really, really nicely done. And let's just have a look at the stats. So, oh, you haven't put your priority queue on. So, right, so the £33. £33! Blinking heck, Mustang. Do you want to just put like a black and white suit on with swag written on it or something? That's daylight robbery. And people are still coming on it. £33. I'd never in my life. So, not quite green across the board. Is anyone caring? Most likely not. Wait there, please, before you disappear. No, probably not. So, without further ado, let's go for a ride. Enjoy, everyone. Now, I don't profess to know a lot about these rides, but from what little I do know, that seemed really good. I can't really give much more feedback than that. Can you believe that this is only the second bobsled ride I have been on in a spotlight since doing them? And I'm coming on for 50 spotlights now. I can't believe it. Can you believe that? 50 spotlights. Wow. Can't believe how many I've done. That's insane. But yeah, coming on for 50 spotlights, and that is only the second bobsled ride I've been on. The first one being Sweetheart Lane by Jasmine from M&J Games. So yeah, I don't know a lot about them, but yeah, it seemed really good. Seemed to keep up quite a good speed. I liked the layout. Takes up quite a big thumbprint. Footprint? Wow, my. Almost 50 spotlights and I still haven't learned how to talk properly. Footprint. So, yeah. No, I liked it. I don't really know what else to say, to be honest, other than that. So, great job. So, let's hop out the exit. I like how the exit kind of comes up and over the track. I do actually quite like that. And then let's come down here. And we'll walk past the shops again. And we start approaching the final area of the park. So we've still got 2 more coasters to go on and the water show. But we've got this flat ride here. So we've got... I believe that one was Saw, I think it's called, I'm sorry. Oh, Saw. There you go. So Saw Plaza. Where is the entrance for the wooden coaster? It must be down here, potentially. No, we're not looking at the water show. We're not looking at the water show. Avert your eyes. Avert your eyes. There we go. Right. Just some shops there. We've got Copperhead Strike. And then I believe we had another flat ride over here. Just placed in there. And what goes down here? Is this just the... What is down here? Oh, is this just a connection? Right, okay, so we've just got a big connection going around the park that no guests seem to be using for some reason. Huh. They'll probably believe it's quicker to go around the other way, potentially. But, Copperhead Strike. So, I love the themes of snakes you've got all the way around this park. Seems to be snakes everywhere. I like what you've done with the chain. There. Going through the snake's mouth. That's very clever. Oh, what a cool queue path. It's different. Looks quite realistic as well. And once again, just with your trimming on these buildings, using the wooden beams, you're really good at that. Wow. That looks awesome. Is that the coaster that goes up above? It is as well. Oh, that looks fantastic. What an amazing station build this is. Love it. Right, let's have a look at the stats. So, Copperhead. So, not green across the board. How much you're charging for this? I don't know how you're getting away with charging these prices. £25. You must be a multi-millionaire entrepreneur with charging this kind of money. But without further ado, let's go for a ride. Enjoy, everyone. Well, what an experience that was. Great coaster. Feedback wise, I think there was one little tiny bit where I thought, ooh, that could have possibly just been done with being banked a little bit. Now, trying to find it. Ah, there we go. So, this corner here, I personally would have just banked that just ever so slightly more as it came up and around. And there was one of the barrel rolls that just didn't quite work for me. I'm not sure why. This one here. Now, I'm not sure why, but I just wasn't feeling that one. And I don't know why, because I normally like the barrel rolls on these rides. I think that's one of the best traits of them. But there was just something about it that just didn't seem to hit the mark. And I can't quite put my finger on what it was. I'm sorry. So that was really, really helpful feedback for you to take forward. There was something wrong with it, but I don't know what it was. So, yeah. Yep, other than that, amazing. I loved it. Really, really good coaster. So, let's hop out the exit. I like how the exit walks underneath there. And I like how you can walk down the exit and just laugh at all these people. Haha, look at you guys all stuck in the queue. I've been on. I've enjoyed it. That's ace. Right, so let's come down here. Still not looking at the water show. Still not looking at the water show. Right. So we come to Saw Plaza. This plaza's fantastic. The way that you've got the ride just dropping into the ground there as well. Very Oblivion from Alden Towers. I'm getting that kind of vibes from it. Now, do we go on the coaster last, or do we look at the water feature last? Now that is the question. Now, it's me, water being my favourite thing in the game. We're going to look at the water feature last. So, I like all these shops here. Got some nice basic trimming around here, nothing too crazy going on. Not sure what's going on here. I think it's just part of the decoration and everything that's going on around it. And we've got Saw the Ride. I like this queue path straight away. Now I don't know if this is inspired by the one at, is it Thorpe Park or Drake Manor that's got the Saw Ride? I can't remember which one it is. I've never been on it. I just know that there's a Saw Ride in the UK somewhere. Hello, I want to play a game. Well, they obviously made the wrong choice, didn't they? Make your choice. Live or die. Go away while you still can. Oh, I like the theming around here. Did I miss anything else in there, actually? Was there any other writing on the wall or anything? No. What does this say? You can still leave. Danger. You've come too close. Leave. Oh my days. Oh, children, avert your eyes. Wow. That's a bit graphic. I was not expecting that. I'm not going to lie, I was not expecting that. Let's carry on down here. Oh my days. What a queue path this is. It's so morbid. You're dead. Really nice queue. Station again. Let's have a look at the stats. So Saw the Ride. Charging £30. I'm not even saying anymore. Green across the board. G-force is very high, but I think this is one of them where you built it with the player in mind, not the realism guest in mind. So, without further ado, enjoy the final ride of the park, everyone. Now, whilst that ride required the most work in the park, in the sense of smoothing and things like that, it was by far the best ride of the park. That was absolutely insane. That was awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I don't even know what to say. It's not the smoothest ride in the world. I'm not going to pretend for a second that it is. It required a lot of smoothing. I can see a lot of the places where the G-forces were coming in. You were going to actually kill the guests in the sense of actually probably breaking their spines and necks. So the fact that it's a saw ride is probably quite realistic that you're actually going to kill the guests. No one is going to come off this ride alive. But absolutely brilliant. The theming around here is spot on. I don't know how much inspiration you took from the real life saw ride. Like I say, I've never been on it, so I can't say what is taken from that and what isn't. But regardless, even if it was a like for like copy, you've still actually got to take the time to recreate that. So that doesn't take away from it. So when people like kind of do these recreations of real life rides and the themes, it doesn't take away from it, because you still have to have that level of skill to be able to build it in the first place. Just because you can plonk something down in front of somebody and say, right, here's a ride, now go and recreate it. Not everybody could. It's not that easy. So yeah, brilliant. I really enjoyed that. I'm assuming this was the exit, was it? I didn't actually walk down the exit the same way that I normally do. Yeah, it is. Nothing to see down here, so that's fine. So we have got one last thing to do, which is a water show. Oh, I'm so excited. So we come down here. So we've got shows at 10 AM, 2 o'clock, 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock. And then you've got the monitor in here and everything. I love that little detailing. That's amazing. But what we're going to do is we are going to come back here. Let's come back up here a little bit. And now we will sit and wait for it to start. So I'm going to edit it out. I'm not going to say anything more. Enjoy the show, guys. What do I even say? The long drawn out silence is because I don't know what to say. I could die happy right now. I don't need to do any more spotlights ever again. Ever. I've just found my favourite thing. I just love it. I think it's incredible. The only thing I would say is put some viewpoints down so you've got the guests actually watching it, because the guests just walk past and ignore it. They don't actually pay any attention to it whatsoever. So literally just stick some viewpoints down and that's it. But yeah, absolutely brilliant Mustang, and this is only the first one as well. Mustang excels at these water shows, and he's done one in his second park, and he's also done one in his third park as well. So make sure to keep tuned to the channel for when I do actually do them spotlights in the future and see more of these water shows. Just absolutely brilliant. I don't even know where you would start with that. The timing to have done that, the amount of triggers, it must have taken hours and hours and hours to do that. So I absolutely commend you for that. But there we go, there is the entire park. So feedback, I think it was great. As a first park, what a benchmark you set. This is a lot better than most people's first parks. The coasters, with the exception of Saw, were all really smooth. Sometimes when you do people's first parks, you kind of tend to see that their coasters need a lot of smoothing moving forward into their future parks. But I think the Saw was the only real one that I thought that, to be honest. Maybe it would have been nice to see a little bit more in the sense of paint tool and a little bit more foliage, potentially. But other than that, absolutely great park, really enjoyed it, and I hope all of you guys enjoyed this spotlight as well. Make sure to go and check this park out. It is a PlayStation 4 park, so will be available to everybody. Make sure and go give it a thumbs up, give it a favourite, show your support for Mustang, very much deserved. And without further ado, thank you ever so much for watching, everybody. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. And also please consider joining the Discord, which I'll leave a link for down in the description below. But I will see you all soon for another Planet Coaster Spotlight. Take care, stay safe, look after yourselves. Goodbye, everybody.